kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels slow-mo, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. Just
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It should be entertaining. And I think this should be fun to watch. We got Greg Woods Jr. on pole. And let's go ahead and go through the rest of the lineup. Second, we got David Orfano. Third, Angel Santiago. He's having a good run in quali. Fourth, Andrew Hurley. Fifth, John McIntyre. Sixth, James Santoyo. Seventh, George Kovichik. Eighth, Jonathan Cogswell. Ninth, Bill Sleep. 10th, Tyler Robinson. 11th, Chris Pendle. 12th, James McCanney. Or 25th, sorry, will be Steve Rada. 26th, Zachary Cleek. 27th, Nathan Luck. And 28th, Kyle Hardman. That will be your starting lineup here today at Kansas Motor Speedway. Should be entertaining to watch. These guys should have some long runs here today, and I'm excited for it. And green flag is out and underway. Greg Wood will lead them. They stack up. Angel Santiago will be on the inside. He's side by side with David Orfano. Look for him to have a strong run today. He said this is his favorite track. He's clear of David Orfano. Now he looks to make a move on Greg Wood. He is going for the lead. Oh, he has to check up and he's in the wall. Oh, Orfano gets tight. He's into Angel Santiago. He keeps it up on the wall, but that was just these cars struggling for grip. Well, let's go back, and I believe we have a caution. Todd Cleat just got down on the apron and went up into Nolan Pontbriand and collected tons and tons of cars. Man, that was vicious. Yeah, it sure did. I believe Nolan Pontbriand, Nathan Luck, Tyler Robinson, Steve Rada, just to name a few, were involved in that wreck. Unfortunate for them, but they do have a fast repair as always, so they should be able to get out there and get that damage fixed. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely a stable setup, but it's also pretty fast. And once they get into the long run, it should start loosening up. So maybe get through a couple laps, and then it'll start loosening back up for them. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a interesting race through the first couple laps. I expect that to sort of continue, but as we see Angel Santiago go around, the pace car lights are still on. I'd expect it to be 2 to green right now. So, while we're at that, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsors.
drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
We are back and should be exciting. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with our overlay. Bear with us. It's giving us a little bit of trouble. There we go. We got it fixed. But they're about to go green this time with John McIntyre on the inside and Greg Wood on the outside. Greg Wood on the outside. He'll be leading them to the green. And pace cars off. Here we go. Green flag is out and Greg Wood is off and underway. He'll take a huge jump. John McIntyre doesn't get a good start. That'll leave the door open for Andrew Hurley. Greg Wood leading them down this backstretch. They have a good battle. But you can see already all the way on the top is Greg Wood. Seems like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty here in Damon, but we'll get that sorted out. Oh, he's on the wall! Chris Pendle really able to work that bottom a lot better than the guys I've seen that have at least tried it, but he seems to work it a lot better. Yeah, David Orfano definitely on the move after a little bit of a rough start. And on lap 10, he's already gotten back up to 4th after the trouble he had on the first lap. Yeah, for sure. It's been a crazy race so far. A lot of side-by-side action. And we're just getting started. Jonathan. Yeah, I'm really liking how many lanes we're able to see here at this track. More than we've really seen at any other track. It's been really entertaining. But now we got Jonathan Cogswell looking to the outside. Can't quite do it. He'll look to the inside now of James Santoyo. Will that work? It doesn't appear so. He'll have to fall back in line, but James Santoyo on the outside of David Orfano, he says, give me fourth. Oh yeah, for sure. And it's been fantastic racing. Oh, Pendle gets loose, and that'll open up the door for Santoyo. They're 3 wide, and Hurley gets loose on entry. He'll make it stick. He stuck it. Wow. Oh, and he's gonna lose it on exit, and now that opens up the door for James Santoyo and Nathan Estep. Oh, Pendle's around, and that takes out David Orfano. Yeah, it looked like he had already. Alright, let's see. Oh, looks like he might have had contact with Jonathan Cogswell. Yeah, definitely unfortunate there, but he's rebounded from things like that, and I expect him to be right back up front here soon. Yeah, it sure is. But now, yeah, I mean, definitely a hard lick into the wall, but yeah, I would assume so that he would, because that was a massive hit. Never want to see that happen to anybody. But we had some pitters that last time. Andrew Hurley, one of them. I think most of those guys were maybe getting damage repaired from hitting the wall or something. But let's go ahead and bring in Greg. Let's go ahead and bring in Greg Wood and see how he's liking the car. Hey Greg, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Hey man, you had a great qualifying run, and looks like you're just starting to back it up again. What do you think you can do to keep it up front? Yeah. That was our leader, Greg Wood. Sat out on the pole and still leading here right now. And as this race goes on, we'll just have to see if he's able to keep it up there. Yeah, like he said, the outside's a lot quicker, but it'll just eat up those tires. So, should be interesting to see how he handles that. And, yeah, and John McIntyre definitely been one of those guys that are always towards the front, but just haven't broke through to get that first win, and maybe that could be here today. Oh yeah, for sure. And we'll just see how this race goes on, but Greg Wood going to lead him to the green once again. And they are holding, and they are going. A big stack up on the top line. That inside's not formed up really either, but we'll just have to see as Jonathan Cogswell's on the inside of Zachary Cleek. Now Zachary Cleek is making a run on the outside. These guys are so close together. This is some fantastic racing. They're going to be side by side down the front stretch. Give this lap to John McIntyre. John will lead that lap, but Greg Wood already back on that high side. He's going to try to make it work. You'll see it on the outside really prevail on the straightaways, and it does. That gives it to Greg Wood. Zachary Cleek in third. Nathan Eastep fourth. Second is John McIntyre. Cleek all the way. You can see how close he is to the wall. And then you got Jonathan Cogswell looking to make a move on the inside. They're looking to make it 3 wide. Can he do it? No. He's going to keep it 2 wide for now. And Nathan Eastep and Zachary Cleek are side by side. Oh, Cleek's in the wall. Yeah, if I were them, I'd just try to get as far away from each other as possible, as they are almost touching every time they get near each other, if not touching. You see Pendle all the way on that bottom, making it work against Zachary Cleek. He'll have the momentum on the bottom. Now he just has to clear him on entry so he doesn't get passed on exit. He'll get clear. Can he pull the slide job and get clear? He will. Now you got Jonathan Cogswell looking on Zachary Cleek. They are side by side. Oh! Yeah, and with these tight cars, you'll really have to have those fresh tires to be fast, I think. That's another thing that happens with a tight setup. It really promotes having to save tires so you don't get really tight. And we'll just have to watch that as the race goes on. But Jonathan Cogswell and Chris Pendle already back at it. Give it to Cogswell. Oh, we got a spinner. He'll come right back in front of the field. I believe that's John McIntyre and Sid Butler got collected. Oh. Let's see here if I could find it. Here we go. So it looks like he might have had a little help from Nathan Estep, just getting a little tight. Then came right back up, and Sid Butler had nowhere to go. Amazing to me how nobody else got collected in that. Oh yeah, for sure. And as we're under caution for our third time tonight, Greg Wood continues to lead. There was one lap he didn't lead, and that went to the car that just brought out that caution. And it should be interesting to watch if he can get back up there. Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like that might be John McIntyre's night, as he is still on pit road. But as we go back up to the lead, let's go ahead and go through the field here. First, we got Greg Wood in that 78 machine. Second, Nathan Estep. Third, Jonathan Cogswell. Fourth, we'll have Chris Pendle. Fifth, Steve Rada. Sixth, James Santoyo. Seventh, Ron Morris Jr. Eighth, Andrew Hurley. Ninth, James McCanney. 10th, you'll have Tyler Robinson. 11th, Zachary Cleek. 12th, Bill Sleep. 13th, Angel Santiago. 14th, David Mayo. 15th, Ira Kohlhaas. 16th, David Modespaw. 17th, Zach Woods. 18th, you'll have Todd Cleek. 19th, Josh Pontbriand. 21st, Alfred Denny. 22nd, Sid Butler. And 23rd, Nathan Uck. That'll wrap out the field that's on the track right now. Should be nice to watch as we go on. There we go. I think it fixed itself. Yeah, they will, and it's gonna be exciting. I think right now the heavy favorite has to be Greg Wood, but as always, Chris Pendle sort of starting in the back and working his way through the field. He could be one to watch if he could get up there and battle with Greg Wood. Yeah, and Chris Pendle looking to make that move on Greg Wood. He has the momentum going through the straightaway. Will he be able to pull off a pass in 3? Will he even look? He'll look a little low, hoping Greg Wood gets into the wall. He is light. He is like a feather away from hitting the wall, and man, that was close. Yeah, you sure do. And Pendle looking to the inside now. He is right on the quarter panel. He has to lift so he didn't make contact. Now that opens up the door for Nathan Estep and Jonathan Cogswell to maybe make a move. And you just see all this fantastic racing. Chris Pendle is gonna get super tight out of the corner. He'll get the push by Nathan Estep though to get him back going. That'll open up the door for Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell on the inside. I think Pendle will have the run on exit. He will. Cogswell able to run that bottom well, but that top is just so much stronger. Andrew Hurley on those fresh tires should be a testament to see how fast these tires really are. And will it pay off for those tires? Oh, big moment for Hurley on the inside. It looked like he got really loose. But if we go up to second and first, Pendle's going to run the top and Greg Wood on the bottom. This could open up the door for Greg Wood to get past, or will Pendle just not have the momentum? It seems like every time they get with any road, oh, he's going to get to the outside. I take what I said back. Greg Wood is going to get passed here by Chris Pendle. And with 8 laps to go in the stage, that could be the power move. Andrew Hurley is the car on fresh tires. And will it pay off? You could see the speed difference in the corners. Now we got Greg Wood on the outside of Chris Pendle. This is exciting racing up front. And Andrew Hurley might be my pick to win the stage. Yeah, will he be able to make that move is the question. He's on the inside, can't quite make a move there. He's just going to have to set it up by running the top and hope Greg Wood makes a mistake. Clean air seems to be king here today. He sure is. And he'll look to the bottom. Greg Wood might have tapped the wall there a little bit. And the caution comes out. Don't see what that was for quite yet. It might be Angel Santiago. He'll look to the bottom. Oh, yeah. Just nowhere to go. And unfortunate for Angel. I think he already used his fast repair. Yeah, definitely for sure. This might actually be the stage end we'll have to look out for that, but will Andrew Hurley get another shot? It looks like these guys are going down pit road, so I think this will be the stage. Oh, Hurley's gonna stay out. Well, I don't know. I think that might have been the stage end right there, that caution. But yeah, we've already talked to Greg Wood here today. So let's go ahead and bring in Andrew Hurley and see what he's thinking. I'm actually not seeing him in Discord. Yeah, we sure will. Let's go ahead and bring in Jonathan Cogswell since we can't get a hold of these guys.
Confident.
Good deal, man. We're looking pretty good. We weren't sure if they were ending the stage now or if you guys stayed out on a strategy play. Was this the end of the stage or?
I guess it's in a stage, so I don't know exactly how they're scoring it, so I just stayed out just in case.
Gotcha. Well, man, good luck the rest of the way, and you got, like I say, you got a fast-looking hot rod there tonight. So good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I got to work my way up to front, but I can do it.
There you go, man. Well, hey, good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
That's Jonathan Cogswell, number 27 Ford Mustang. As I told him there, he's run a fast hot rod there tonight, so we'll see where things shake out here.
Yeah, we sure will. And I think that was the stage. I don't think they'd let these guys pit and then have to re-rack it, but should be interesting to watch. Andrew Hurley leads on the old tires. James McCanney on old tires. Greg Wood will be the first car on fresh tires. Something to look out later in the race. Me and a couple of my teammates have actually been testing 2 tires at tracks, and as long as you have about 20 to 30 laps and not like 40 on, you can take 2 tires and it'd be faster than actually taking 4 tires.
Well, that's something to think about. You know, we noticed, I noticed at a race in Atlanta earlier this season that, you know, the lefts just weren't wearing. So that could very well be the case, and we'll have to see if these guys take that strategy call later in the race.
Yeah, it sure will. One thing to note, that race at Atlanta was not in this series, but in another series that SRM Esports Broadcasting Network broadcast on Sunday nights at 8 Eastern.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, here on ESBN and SRM, we have tons of races throughout the week, all different kinds of racing, trucks, Xfinity, you name it, we've got it. So make sure you like and subscribe. Click that little bell, and you'll get a notification when we go live with this great action here on iRacing.
Yes, yeah, definitely should do that. We have action 24/7. It seems like on Tuesdays there's even a league we broadcast at noon, all times Eastern. But here we go, about to go green flag. Our Andrew Hurley will lead him to the green, and he's going now, and a huge jump for him as Greg Wood will get held up, and that'll open the door for James Santoyo if he can get by the second place car of James McCanney.
Here comes Greg Wood
Three
making it
wide! And Greg Wood is the one that can make that work, because we've seen him all season make moves like that and be able to stick it. Now we got him and Pendle looking to make a move, and Pendle gets sideways, and oh, he'll lock it up into James McCanney. James McCanney will spin right in front of the field. Oh! And multiple cars, Ira Kohlhaas involved. Zachary Cleek. Man, Josh Pontbriand.
Ira Kohlhaas is on his roof.
Well, let's see. I think that might be Pendle's last fast repair. He's already used it. And that clipped. Oh, you just saw two cars flipping there. Kind of reminds me of that, I think it was 2019 wreck where William Byron almost flipped.
Oh.
But, definitely unfortunate there, as we're still going around under pacing. Let's go ahead and go to our second commercial break.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing it's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Some amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to go green with Andrew Hurley leading. Lap 46 out of 134. We're almost there. Not quite halfway, but we're getting there, and it should be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some new players up front now. Denny's up to 4th place. Showing his stuff. He'll be starting on the outside behind Andrew Hurley. So, looking forward to this restart. We'll see what Greg Wood, if he's got anything for Andrew Hurley on this next stint here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he pitted around lap 25, I think, on those tires. He actually pitted lap 15. So, that's a big difference between that and 38. About 23 laps difference, but we're about to go green once again. He's holding, and green flag is in the air, and Andrew Hurley will get the jump of his life once again. And that's going to keep him in that conversation because these guys are going to be battling back and forth.
Absolutely. He got a great restart there and leaving everybody else behind him to fight for second and third. So we got a great battle coming off of turn 2 there, but it looks like Santoyo got a little loose there coming off 2.
Yeah, it sure did. And you see him wrapping around that top line, being able to stick it. If he can keep it on the top and make people pass on the bottom and wear up their stuff, then he could keep it up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've heard a couple of drivers say different things. As Jonathan Cogswell said, you know, he thought the low line was eating up tires, and you heard Greg Wood say he thought the high line was eating up tires.
That wasn't it. Oh, looks like Jonathan Cogswell might have been in this last one. Oh, man. Snapped right into Cogswell. Oh, and Pendle involved. Man, just not Pendle's night here as he got spun around. John McIntyre. A lot of those guys that were battling with Greg Wood, not really there anymore. But Andrew Hurley has sort of replaced them.
Let's see if we can grab Andrew Hurley. I think he's sitting in the waiting room. Let's see if we can grab him, Joseph, and see how that car's running. Well, Andrew Hurley, this is Damon and Joseph in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Andrew, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy on us?
Yeah, sorry about that, fellas. Go ahead.
No, that's okay, man. Man, that 47 Chevy's looking pretty sporty out there tonight. I know you stopped a little halfway through that first stage. What do you think you got for these guys tonight?
I think we got some for us. My favorite track. I run really well here. Greg's fast. There's some fast cars, and everybody's really close. I think if we got a green flag run where the tires got a little bit of wear, we might spread out a little bit, but the draft will keep us close. It's going to be an exciting finish.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was fun watching you come through the field there toward the end of that first stage. But good luck the rest of the way, man. And hopefully we'll talk to you here in just a little while.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
That was your race not winner. Gosh, I'm not thinking straight right now. That was your race leader, Andrew Hurley, and second place finisher in stage 2. It was a great first stage, and once we get a couple green flag laps, I think it'll be a great second stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We'll get these things going and get these tires warmed up, and then we'll get settled in. And as always, these guys give us a great race.
Oh yeah, for sure. And with Andrew Hurley leading, that'll put Greg Wood second, James Santoyo third, fourth Alfred Denny, fifth Nathan Eastep, sixth. Haven't talked about him a lot this race, except for right in the beginning, David Orfano. Seventh, Tyler Robinson. He was in that first wreck. Eighth, Ron Morris Jr. Ninth, David Modespaw. 10th, Bill Sleep. 11th, Todd Queek. 12th, George Kvitchik. 13th, Nathan Luck. 14th, Josh Pontbriand. 15th, Jonathan Cogswell. 16th, and the last car on track right now, Zachary Cleek.
Yeah, it's certainly turning out. It's a little exciting now. I think these guys will get settled in, and we'll get some green flag laps in here, and we'll see how these guys. Looks like Andrew Hurley's already showing he's going to take the outside on this next restart, so showing his intentions as we come around. Probably coming to one to go here. And it's been a really exciting race so far. So
Yeah, it really has. And with Andrew Hurley leading, that's kind of shaken up the field because Greg Wood hasn't been able to get around him.
yeah, absolutely. So these guys are coming around here, getting lined up. Lights are out on top of the pace car. These guys are getting formed up. We'll get back under green here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get a good green flag run here at the end. Honestly, you could probably see this go green till the second stage just because of how many cars have been taken out and are down on power right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we've had a couple who have already fallen out of the race due to those hard hits earlier. So
you can see over on the right of your screen the track map. We'll watch as the run goes on. But it's definitely interesting to see where everybody's running on track. But we're going to turn that off real quick for this green flag. And let's go on board with James Santoyo.
here we go. Andrew Hurley gets a great restart. Alfred Denny right. Greg Wood falls right in between those guys. Here we go. James Santoyo's got David Lafano looking on the outside. They're coming through into turn 3. Here comes Greg Wood looking on the inside of Andrew Hurley. Looks like those fresher tires may pay off on that 78 Toyota Camry.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was going to happen just because of how important tires are. But it looks like Andrew Hurley's going to look right back on the inside. Can't quite get it done, but Greg Wood back to the point.
And Alfred Denny, we haven't talked about Alfred a lot this season. He's had some unfortunate luck, but he's running really well tonight.
Yeah, he is. And Andrew Hurley's had some bad luck this season, and he's worked his way up here too. Alfred Denny definitely having a good run. Go back up to Greg Wood. He still is at the point. Not really any battles except when you go back to 9th with David Modespal and Jonathan Cogswell. And Cogswell's going to hold on to that one. Yeah, it's really pretty much all single file here except for George Kovacic and Bill Sleep. And they'll get that sorted out.
We've got a battle up front for 3rd, 4th, and 5th as James Santoyo gets around Alfred Denny. Here comes David Lofano on the outside of Alfred Denny.
And James Santoyo just got clear of Andrew Hurley. Now Lorfano is on the outside of Denny. He'll get clear there. And now he's going to set his sights on the guy on old tires, Andrew Hurley.
Absolutely. And David Lorfano, like I say, he's our long run guy. He's looking on the outside of Andrew Hurley now, coming in the backstretch. And he'll get that position.
Yeah, I mean, David Orfano definitely picking through the field right now. But we go up front, and James Santoyo starting to run down our leader, Greg Wood. But a big moment will slow that forward progress down, as it seems like he's running like a medium line. So maybe that, or the middle line, because we've heard the bottom and the top eat up tires. Maybe that middle line's the place to be to save tire.
It very well could be. Of course, we say that he goes to the high line in 3 and 4. But he's starting to still catching up to the 78 of Greg Wood there. Dave Lozano's catching the 9 of Santoyo. So we've got lots of action over the track right now.
Yeah, we do. And Santoyo, you can just see how close he's getting to the wall every time by. Greg Wood might have had a little bit of an issue in one that's letting Santoyo, you can see Greg Wood there ripping that wall, and one little mistake, one little bobble, he's in the wall.
And Santoyo is there. He's right on the bumper of Greg Wood. We haven't heard much from Santoyo since Watkins Glen, where he won that race.
Yeah, Santoyo just nailed 1 and 2 that last lap, and I think he pretty much did the same thing that time. It's just that dirty air is just keeping him behind Greg Wood.
As you see, he's trying to run a little bit different line to sort of get some fresh air to the front of that number 9 Chevy.
Yeah, that number 9 Chevrolet, Greg Wood might have just tapped the wall.
I think he got the wall just a little bit coming out of 2. That's going to bring James Santoyo right up to him.
It sure is, and James Santoyo hunting down Greg Wood, maybe burning up a little bit of his tires. But is it worth it with 22 to go in the stage to push like this?
Tires are free on iRacing. I'd go for it.
Well, you heard it here. I mean, not sure if they have a tire limit this week. I think they usually do. But
yeah, but I don't think James has been on pit road that much. I think he's got plenty of tires left. I think he just needs to set sail, and he's doing that. He's staying right in the tracks in the 78 Greg Wood.
it looks like we might have a battle between Jonathan Cogswell and Andrew Hurley, and we do. Will Cogswell be able to get by Hurley?
Got a good run on him there, Alpha 4.
I think these guys are pretty evenly matched here. But Hurley is on a little bit older tires. So, will Hurley be able to hold him off with 18 to go in the stage? Or 20 to go in the stage, sorry.
Yeah, and Ron Morris is catching these guys as they're running side by side. Ron Morris is catching these guys for position. Oh, we got a car in the wall off of 4.
Not sure who it was. Oh, Hurley and Cogswell. We looked away for a second. Cogswell has it, but Hurley's going to look right back on the outside and try to use that momentum to get by him. Just isn't quite able to do it on those older tires. And that'll give the spot to Cogswell. I say that now, but Hurley comes right back on the outside. This is some incredible racing for the 4th spot.
Absolutely. Andrew Hurley, he knows he's got those old tires, but he's still slinging it around.
Yeah, every time I look away, they start getting side by side. So let's just keep it on Cogswell and maybe go in the cockpit and let you listen to the roar of the engine.
He is looking the inside of Hurley. Trying to cut that front straightaway as much as possible.
Just listening to the throttle inputs it's such a unique skill to have throttle control, and these guys certainly are showing that.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's key when you've got a tight race car. Oh, look at it. We got a battle for second as David Lofano has caught James Santoyo in the 9.
We told y'all, we've been saying it all season, David Orfano, if you get a long run, we haven't had many of those this year, he's the guy to look out for, and he's starting to prove why.
Yeah, absolutely. He certainly does have a good long run car. As he does at all of our tracks, we just haven't had a lot of long runs to show that.
Well, we say you have a good long run car, but with the fixed setup, I don't really agree with saying long run car. I like saying long run driver, because with fixed setup, it's all about the driver.
You're absolutely right, Joseph. It puts it more in the hands of the driver. So, when those guys who run the open setup stuff, if you get somebody who just hits the setup, they're going to take off and leave most everybody behind. But if everybody's on the same playing field, it really puts it in the hands of the driver. Here comes David Orfano looking on the inside of James Santoyo going down the front stretch.
And I think James Santoyo isn't really going to put much of a fight, because Orfano ran him down from quite a big gap, but you see just Orfano trying to get by him and just not able to do it because of, he might set this lap car as a pick, and that'll get him side by side. Now will he be able to use the side draft to get on by him? No, he'll be sort of stuck right there in the little quarter panel-ish area. Can he get the run off? Maybe. I think he's gonna get side by side. Yes, he will. Let's go look at the far chase cam through this corner and just see how close he is to the apron. And yeah, it's pretty close, I have to say.
Yeah, you can see that momentum of that high line. It really pays off.
It really does. I mean, it's incredible just how much momentum there is off that top and how hard it is to pass. But we were talking to some of the drivers before race, and they said it's really tight short run, but it starts loosening up and getting to be where they can really turn it well long run.
Well, that will be one of the benefits to maybe these guys, can keep it clean for a little while. And here comes Ira Kohlhaas. He was in that big wreck there earlier. He is 2 laps down, but he's catching the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. It looks like a pretty good clip.
Yeah, I mean, Ron Morris Jr. definitely catching. Not sure what happened to our 47 of Andrew Hurley. He might have came down pit road. Yep, he came down pit road at lap 70. So we'll have to see if he's able to get back in the lucky dog position. Nathan Luck on pit road. Are these guys going to have to make a pit stop this stage?
Well, for some of those guys who didn't pit, they probably will. I just want to call out one driver, Joseph. We haven't talked about him a lot. With a 24 of Tyler Robinson. Not only is that a good-looking race car, but he's doing an awful good job tonight. He's keeping that car clean, and he's really giving that car a good ride tonight.
Yeah, he sure is. And will he be able to make a move on this outer lane? Not able to do so. He's really getting up close to that wall, but we're starting to see the cream rise to the top as David Orfano has gotten by James Santoyo, and I feel like I've said this time and time again, David Orfano and Greg Wood are going to have a battle here shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a pretty good little battle going on between that 24. He's caught Ron Morris, and he's trying to get around him.
Yeah, we go back to them, and like you said, just not really able to get by because of how hard it is to pass. But once you get there, Ron Morris in the wall, that might open up the door for the. That might open up the door for the 24. It doesn't, so they're going to be side by side into turn 1.
He's got a heck of a run, though. Ron Morris has got that 76 wrapping around that outside. He's going to keep that momentum up and still hold on to it. His Tyler Robinson looking on the inside of Ron Morris.
Yeah, what an amazing battle between these two. Side by side, and this is for the 5th position. I feel like we don't really see these guys up front much, but they're really having a good run here today.
Absolutely. Both these guys are having a good run. Yeah, it's good to see that. And we're still early. You know, we got about 6 laps or so till the end of the stage. There we go. Looks like that Tyler Robinson slowed the slide job there on Ron Morris.
Yeah, neither of them really able to break free from each other. It's been fun to watch. And I believe 24 of Tyler Robinson almost got clear. Wow, there might have been a centimeter between those two cars.
Yeah, he really started pushing. He had entered turn 1 really low, and that caused him to really push off turn 2. So he's going to have to get himself back together and track down that 76 again.
Yeah, he sure will. Looking at the lap times, it seems like...
Ron Morris gets in the wall.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really affect him too much there. But back to what I was saying, Greg Wood running about 2/10 faster than anybody on track, which is so impressive to me because of just how dominant he's been throughout the season at these 1.5 miles.
Yeah, I mean, and he's really picking them up, putting them down. He's got 2.8 seconds on David Lorfano riding in second right now, and James Santorio and David Lorfano, they can't get away from each other. It seems it's sort of like the 76 and the 24. These guys are not getting very far away from each other as James Santorio tries to cut that front straightaway to get a little bit of an advantage on David Lorfano.
Yeah, but I almost feel like it might be more of an advantage to stay in that draft. But not really sure about that.
You tell me how easy it is to tell two race car drivers to work together.
Well, I'm not saying to work together. I'm just saying it'll be easier to catch them if you stay in that draft, just with how strong the draft is here.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but trying to get two different race car drivers who are racing for position to do that is going to be a hard sell.
Yeah, I mean, it can be at some points. It's just gotta be risk versus reward. Oh, no. Looks like we got Nolan Pontbriand making a move. I think he's on newer tires to get by Tyler Robinson there.
Yeah, he has been on pit road, I believe.
Checking in on Andrew Hurley. He is not too far behind Nolan Pontbriand, but that will be the stage caution. Greg Wood will sweep the stages here today. David Orfano 2nd, 3rd, James Santoyo 4th, Jonathan Cogswell 5th, Ron Morris Jr. 6th, Tyler Robinson 7th, Alfred Denny 8th, George Kovichik 9th, Bill Sleep, and 10th, Todd Queek. That'll round out your stage finishers and points. So come down pit road, maybe settle yourself, pit, get those fresh tires, and see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to bunch the field up. We'll probably get some. We'll have some. You know, looks like Josh Pontbriand will be the one getting the lucky dog. Will any of these guys who pitted, will they stay out, Joseph, and get the wave around?
No, I think you gotta pit here. It's just been too long on those tires to not pit.
Here they come down pit road. Greg Wood leads them down. David Lorfano right behind him. We know these guys need some fresh tires.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe their last pit stop was like 35, so 50 lap old tires is definitely a tough ask, but they made it happen, and we'll watch the race off pit road here.
Looks like Andrew Hurley's going to get the lucky dog.
That's interesting.
And I guess maybe people didn't get slowed down under caution, and that sort of jumbled the lineup up. Which would be good for Andrew. That means he'll get to go ahead and come in and pit and get some tires.
As you see, our drone cam just not quite as fast as these guys out on track, but doing it best it can. It's even a little short track down in here at Kansas.
Is that in sport or is that in cinema mode?
Yeah, I mean,
Watch out, you're gonna hit one of those lights. You better be careful.
definitely a cool shot you have. It's unique to iRacing, where you can pretty much make the camera go wherever you want. But yeah, just moving along with these cars, pretty cool.
Eat your heart out, Fox.
Yeah.
But this battery never runs down.
Looks like the pace car lights will go off maybe this time.
Looks like we'll have some guys take a wave around, possibly. As the lights are out on top of the pace car. Looks like you got the 15 of Nathan Luck. The 66 of John Garrett, and the 60 of Zachary Woods taking the wave around there. Everybody's got fresh tires. Everybody's got a little bit of damage fixed. So, about to get exciting for a few laps.
And it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties or something. Not sure what's happening here. Bear with us while we try to get this fixed. And
we got Greg Woods going to bring him down for the restart. David Lorfano there in second. Jonathan Cogswell right on his rear bumper. Ron Morris up to fourth place. What a great run for Ron Morris tonight. David Lorfano looking on the inside of Greg Wood coming off turn 2. So much for long run Lorfano. We've got short run Lorfano tonight as he looks on the inside of Greg Wood.
there we go. Looks like we got it fixed now. We're all good.
guys are just sort of almost. Oh, Lofano gets a little loose.
Oh, big wiggle out of these drivers. But
Like they're gonna save it. No harm, no foul.
yeah, I mean, no harm, no foul, like you said, and Greg Wood continuing to lead. He took the lead back over from where David Orfano got loose. Orfano fell back to fourth, but Cogswell is now in second, so new to the front, it seems like, this race, and it's going to be exciting. Coming to about 40 to go.
We've got cars all over the running high and low and in between right now. So they're running all over the place, especially from about 5th place on back.
Yeah, I mean, great racing back in the midfield, as F1 announcers call it. Oh!
Oh, they're wrecking. Looks like this 65 of Kovacic got loose and came right up across the nose of Nick.
Yeah, you'll just see him snap loose right up into him. And Santiago, man, what a miss and save, because he got in the grass. Let's go back and watch this.
It looks like they collected the 24 Tyler Robinson and then one of Motorspa.
Look how he saves that car. He might have had a little help saving it, but hey, I'd rather get a little damage there than spin and kill the engine.
Exactly right.
But with exactly 40 to go, great racing so far.
Yeah, there goes Nolan Pontbriand. He'll get his lap back. That SpongeBob machine.
Alright, so for this week's trivia question, we're going to reach back in time and we're going to ask who won the first ever NASCAR race. Not just at Kansas, but first NASCAR race. Bonus points if you can get how many laps he led. And I'll let you use Google for this one.
Let's see if we got anybody. Chat's sort of quiet tonight.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a little bit of trivia to wake the chat up, so we'll just have to see. As these pace laps keep ticking by. So, I mean, just great racing throughout the field today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And hopefully these guys are going to get settled in. We're going to get some of these good green flag runs here going toward the end of the race.
We got one guy in the comments that answered the trivia question. Not gonna say if it's right or not, but
Yeah, that guy in the chat, I think he's pretty crazy sometimes.
But
I don't think he's right. Here we go. The lights are right on top of the Ford Mustang pace car. We're going to get these machines back underway here as they come through 1 and 2 and head down the backstretch. These guys are getting settled in a little bit. Going to be about 37 laps to go when we take the green.
But we'll give you till lap 115 to answer the trivia, and then we'll go ahead and announce who won. But pace car is off, and Greg Wood will lead him to the green with Greg Gorfano on the outside following behind, and Jonathan Cogswell on the inside. David Orfano looking to the outside of James Santoyo now. Will he be able to make that move? I think it's going to be Jonathan Cogswell that's able to stick it. But, oh, big contact in the back. That'll send Alfred Denny sideways. And he'll lock it up so the caution doesn't come out. And he'll get it back going. Oh, but there's a wreck. I feel like George Kovacic has just been involved in everything here. Like, oh, Monospaw just drove right into him.
It looked like, I think it was Bill Sleeth that got a good run coming down backstretch.
Just unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he got a good toe off that 8 of Lorfano and got on the outside of James Santoyo. There might have been a little bit of contact, which sent Alfred Denny down low.
Yeah, and as these pace laps go by, let's go to commercial one more time here today. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
Welcome back, everybody, to the KMM Kool-Aid Monster Cup Series, and we're 1 to green here, with 30 some laps to go, and I'm really excited to see Greg Wood, Bill Sleep, David Orfano, Andrew Hurley, Ron Morris Jr., Nathan Estep, all those guys go back and forth up front. And will David Orfano have something for Greg Wood? We'll just have to see.
Well, and can these guys make it to the end of the race? I've already just sort of listened to some of the cars. There's some guys out there shutting them off, saving fuel. I think they're on max save right now, so.
You know, I don't think so. I think if they were short on fuel, they would have came down this past time and just made sure they were okay on fuel. So, I think they're good on fuel, but it should just be a battle between David Orfano and Greg Wood. Maybe throw in Andrew Hurley to this mix for today. And, yeah, I'm excited to see as David Orfano doesn't get the greatest of starts, and that'll leave Bill Sleep to be second, and Greg Wood is gone.
Yeah, Andrew Hurley's got to run on the outside of the 76 of Ron Morris. Don't sleep on Bill Sleep. He's got a pretty sporty looking little car right now. He gets into the wall there just a little bit down the backstretch.
It's almost like his car sped up when he hit the wall, and he's looking to take the lead. I think he has it. As where did he come from? We haven't talked about him all night, but he's up in the lead.
He's scooting away from these guys. Here comes Andrew Hurley as well in the 47. He gets a little loose there. Is he gonna save it? Yeah, I think he saved it.
He saved it. Wow, what a save there. But we go back up to the front with Bill Sleep leading. And yeah, what an incredible save by the 47 of Andrew Hurley. But like I said earlier, where did Bill Sleep come from? As yeah, he took the lead, but it's not like it was a fluke, because Greg Wood's not catching him.
No, he's pulling away a little bit from Greg Wood, so he's just running a nice smooth line. Greg Wood did cut a little bit into his lead that time, but he's holding it a good consistent distance there.
Yeah, I mean, only 300s faster than...
Caution's out.
Yeah, and if we keep getting cautions like this, then I could definitely see Bill Sleep keeping it up there. And man, what an avoidance by David Orfano there. And man,
oh, it got into Nathan Estep. Nathan Estep will keep it out of the wall. Luckily, no other cars majorly involved there.
yeah, I mean, great paint scheme as always for Nathan Estep. You can see on the side of the car it says $30 a paint. Go check it out and go see if you want that paint scheme. But you also got Pulse Graphics up here. Kind of two competitors competing with their paint schemes almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
But while he's up front, let's see if we can get Bill Sleep up here in the booth and get a little interview. Damon, take it away.
Hey Bill, this is Damon and Joseph in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, what, buddy? I hope nobody was sleeping on Mr. Bill Sleep, because you got a fast hot rod at the right time of the race, buddy. How's it out there tonight?
Yeah, it's I'm surprised. It's really doing good, running good. Greg's been a big help for me here on what line to run. So.
Well, man, you've been ripping around the top, and you've been, I mean, carrying that momentum all the way down. But man, just good luck the rest of the way, man. We just wanted to grab you and congratulate you on such a good run tonight, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I just got to make her on fuel now. She's right on the borderline.
There you go, man. He's got about 27 laps to go. You'll see if we can't bring her home.
All right, will do.
All right, buddy. Have a good rest of the way. That's Bill Sleep, everybody, in the number 62 Ford Mustang.
Yeah, I mean, you were right. I think these guys are going to be close on fuel. You heard it there in the interview. They got to save a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, you know, under that last caution, I was listening to David Orfano, and he was shutting it off down the backstretch and coasting a good distance down the backstretch. So, it's like several of these guys are trying to make it. So,
we got somebody in chat saying Red Byron was the first winner. We got somebody saying Jim Roper. But I believe, yeah, it was Jim Roper who won the race.
well, it depends on which one you're talking about, because Red Byron won the very first NASCAR race ever. It was a modified race, but Red Byron won the very, very first race that NASCAR ever sanctioned.
Well, you heard it there.
And Marshall Teague finished second in that race to Red Byron. These guys are getting lined up. The lights are out on top of the pace car. We're getting ready to go. We have 25 laps to go when we take the green flag. First place, Bill Sleep. He's going to start on the inside. Greg Wood will start in the outside. Dave Lorfano will be third. Jonathan Cogswell fourth. Don't look now, but Nolan Pombrion's got that SpongeBob machine up there in fifth, and James Santoyo sixth.
Yeah, I mean, great run by Nolan. It seems like he's always there towards the end of the race. I mean, he might get a little bit of damage throughout the race, but he'll stick it out and run it, and then he'll get his fast prayer at the end of the race, and he'll show up at the end.
That's the smart thing to do. As we're getting ready to go green, the pace car dives off on the pit road, and Bill Sleep gets a good jump. Greg Wood's going to fall in behind him. Looks like Bill Sleep's going to jump up in front of Greg Wood.
You see it.
David Lorfano looking. Bill Sleep shoots down that back straightaway, trying to break the draft a little bit from the 78 of Greg Wood. Lorfano looking on the inside of Greg Wood. Won't quite get there. Here comes Greg Wood. He's catching up in the draft to that 62. He's going to look on the inside of Bill Sleep, going into one.
He sure is. You see it from this angle and on David Orfano's nose. So if these guys slip up, then David Orfano's there to take over.
And Nolan Pombrion's right there as well. So there's, if these front two cars, something happens, and the 8 and the 97 are right there to take advantage.
You see how much room Bill Sleep is giving to Greg Wood, but Greg Wood's wanting that win, but Bill Sleep's probably wanting it even more since he doesn't have a win this season and Greg Wood has a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to settle in here. Bill Sleep's right in the slipstream of that 78.
Something I noticed a couple cautions ago was Angel Santiago. He pitted for fuel, top off, and if this comes down to a fuel mileage race, he might be in the catbird seat.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Nolan Pombrown moved into third around David Lorfano.
Yeah, David Orfano has a little bit of right side damage on that car. Maybe not treating him the best, but he'll try to get back around Nolan Pontbriand and set his sights on Bill Sleep. Oh, big wiggle out of Nolan. That'll make David Orfano check up. And that'll open the door for James Santoyo and Andrew Hurley.
Didn't affect Nolan much. He seems like he's able to pick right back up, and he's back in the slipstream of that 62 of Bill Sleep. We got that Toyota out front, and we got 4 Chevrolets right behind him. I'm sorry. We've got a Ford and 3 Chevrolets right behind him. Here comes Nolan Pombrown looking on the inside of 62 of Bill Sleep. He's got a good run on him.
You know, I think David Orfano might be saving fuel, just kind of riding behind, using the draft to kind of carry him through the straightaways. Because he learned his lesson from a couple weeks ago where he had to pit when nobody else did.
Absolutely, and he very well could be. Like I said, I noticed he was shutting the fuel off under caution. So here comes Andrew Hurley in the 47, having a great run tonight. He said he loves this track, so really looking to get a good run out of him tonight.
Yeah, we sure are.
He gets around the 9 of James Santoyo. He's got his sights set on David Lorfano.
Yeah, he sure does.
A little bit of a wiggle out of the 97 of Pombrown. David Lorfano's looking to the inside.
You see just how much of a gap there is with this angle. And he'll get clear there. So Andrew Hurley gonna make a move on Nolan. Maybe these guys see they're good on fuel and they're starting to come to the front.
Absolutely. And here comes Angel, just a little further back. We were talking about Angel Santiago. He pitted for fuel. He was 3 wide there just a second ago with John Garrett and Nathan Eastep. He backed out of that really quick.
Oh, Andrew Hurley almost hits the wall, but he'll get the good run off. Will he be able to keep it ahead of Nolan Pompbriand? He will there. And that'll put the top 3 as Greg Wood Jr., David Orfano III, and Andrew Hurley.
Try not to let Greg Wood get away from him. And David Lorfano knocks 2/10 off that lap.
Maybe Greg Wood's saving a little bit of fuel. And maybe David Orfano just pushing it, hoping he can make it. This is going to come down to the wire. We've seen great races all season long. I don't think this one's going to disappoint.
No, absolutely. I think maybe David Lorfano would like to win a race straight this time, as he was the winner of our last race backwards. So looks like he's catching up to the 78 and Greg Wood.
Yeah, he sure is closing in each and every lap. It's really interesting to watch. Just
Like the guys aren't running the same. They're running different lanes almost every lap. So, here comes David Lofano. He's closed it within 4/10. He's going to start getting a little bit of the draft off of the 78 of Greg Wood now.
if you're David Orfano and can get by Greg Wood, do you start saving fuel immediately?
I think he's going to, if he can catch him, I think he's going to ride behind him for a few laps to sort of save his fuel and maybe force Greg Wood to use his up.
That could be the case, as David Orfano catching at a rapid rate, about 2/10 a lap quicker, and at that rate, he's going to be at his bumper next lap. Orfano looking on the inside, not quite able to make it there. Now we go down the straightaway. You can see all the cars in the background as they run through that tri-oval. And you can see all the different lines between Orfano and Greg Wood each time by. Like, Orfano, he's running the bottom. Greg Wood, he's running the top. And now these guys have kind of evened out with lap times.
Yeah, and I think you've got one coming to the front right now that pitted on lap 109, so he's got a little bit more fuel than everybody else, and I think he's catching those leaders. That's John Garrett, the 66.
Yeah, he's going to be in Talladega in the ARCA series. Check him out on Facebook and maybe buy a t-shirt of his to help fund his ride for Talladega.
Yeah, absolutely. David Orfano, I think he's just taking his time right now. He's trying to maybe save a little fuel, riding in that slipstream of the 78. Not letting him get too far away.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you just are starting to see these guys start to come to the front that maybe weren't up front here towards the beginning, like John Garrett, Alfred Denny. John Garrett's been running some pretty quick lap times. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. That'll put us back under yellow. I believe it was Andrew Hurley. Let's watch and see what happened. Hits the wall, comes down into the 21 of Alfred Denny, and man, oh man, I feel like I say it almost every time.
George Kovacic also involved.
Yeah, George Kovacic involved in that.
Well, there's only 14 cars on the lead lap. A couple of those just wrecked. Are we going to have some pitters? I just heard Orfano shut the engine off again.
I think if you're outside the top 5, you gotta pit, because I mean, these old tires. Now, whether you take 4 or 2, that's up to you. If it were me, I'd take 2 tires and try to get up front. We'll see. Does anybody make that left turn onto pit road? Nobody I see so far. George Kovacic, he got caught up in that last wreck, but he came down pit road. Angel Santiago, Zach Woods, Josh Pontbriand, all these guys might have a little bit of damage, but they're going to get fresh tires and try to keep up with these guys that maybe don't have as much damage. But as we go around here,
like Andrew Hurley is going to be out. Also, George Kovacic taking it to the garage.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate for these guys that got caught up in that wreck.
I mean, George was running 10th. He was having a good run.
But as we're pacing, let's go ahead and make some picks. Who do you got winning this race?
So I like John Garrett. He's got fresher tires on that 66 Chevy. So I'm gonna go with John Garrett. It's gonna snooker these guys here at the end.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with maybe a long shot, but Jonathan Cogswell. He's been up front almost all day, running the top 5. Haven't really covered him much, but if Greg Wood, David Orfano, and John Garrett get to battling, all he has to do is battle it out with Nolan Pontbriand, and that'll be a good race to the end.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's. I don't think there's really tell who's going to win right at this moment, but these guys are going to put on a good show.
Yeah, they always do. So, should be fun to watch. But I believe we'll be going 1 to green this time, with Greg Wood picking the outside, David Orfano on the inside, John Garrett 3rd, Nolan Pontbriand 4th, Jonathan Cogswell 5th. 6th, we'll have James Santoyo. 7th, Bill Sleep. He was leading a couple laps earlier. 8th, Todd Cleek. 9th, Alfred Denny. And 10th, Zach Wood. That'll round up your top 10.
If we get the green flag, there's 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, 3 laps to go when you go green flag.
3 laps to go.
It'll be definitely interesting to watch. It's almost like a green-white checkered, except you got 1 more lap. And you never know. We could still end up getting the green-white checkered. And I think we might get it.
Well, I hope not. These guys will get a good clean restart, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you know what they say. Cautions.
It's just no.
Breed.
No. Not tonight. These guys are going to bring it home like 3 or 4 wide for the win.
I mean, I'd be okay with that too.
Yep. It's going to be a have you ever, no I never situation. Cars off. Greg Woods gets a great jump. David Orfano's right there staying with him. Here comes Nolan Pontbriand.
David Orfano gonna have to make it quick because it's 3 laps to go. He's gonna send it in deep. He'll try to clear him. He might. I think he's gonna clear him. And he can't quite clear him, but they'll be side by side into 3 and 4, coming to 2 to go. He's sending it in deep. Greg Wood, he'll have the runoff. That'll open up the door for John Garrett.
Here comes John Garrett in the 66, looking on the inside of Orfano.
But you can't battle too much. But Nolan Pontbriand. John Garrett will get clear. Now he can set his sights on Greg Wood. Will he be able to catch him in time? Orfano in the wall. We go to the blimp cam now so we can see the whole pan of action for these final laps. As you see David Orfano trying to push it, and I think Greg Wood has this firmly in the bag. As you see the birds fly over on the final lap, I think Greg Wood has it. But it's just a battle between 2nd and 3rd on who will get that.
Comes down the backstretch. Greg Wood has a good lead. John Garrett in 2nd. David Orfano 3rd.
And
John
coming
Garrett
out
right
of
there.
3 and 4, Greg Wood will win at Kansas, and second will be John Garrett, third David Orfano, fourth Nolan Pontbriand, fifth Jonathan Cogswell, sixth James Santoyo, seventh Bill Sleep, eighth Nathan Estep, ninth Zach Woods, 10th Angel Santiago, 11th Todd Cleek, 12th Alfred Denny, 13th Josh Pontbriand, 14th David Modespaw, 15th Ira Kohlhaas, 16th Zachary Cleek, 17th George Kovacic, 18th Nathan Luck, 19th Andrew Hurley, and 20th will be Tyler Robinson, 21st Ron Morris Jr., 22nd John McIntyre, 23rd David Mayo, 24th Steve Rada, 25th James McCanney, 26th Chris Pendle, 27th Kyle Harbin, and 28th Sid Butler.
Greg Wood's burning it down out there. That's a great run by Greg Wood, as always. And he's proven he had plenty of fuel to go the distance.
Well, you see, I think he might have just ran out of fuel there.
No, he still got some. He's good.
Well, that was our winner, Greg Wood. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our third place finisher in here, David Orfano.
Hey, David Lorfano, is Damon and Joseph in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Tell you what, man. You guys are giving it a heck of a show there the last few laps. How was it out there tonight?
I still am up in the air if I would like this track or not. It's a tough track. It's fun, but it's tough. The fast line is up against the wall, and one little mistake and it's going to cost you. So I tried not running too high all night, but it was fun. It was interesting. A couple little mistakes early. Had to come back through the field. But overall, P3 after the way it started, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You definitely had a great run. Had that Lucky Dog detailing Chevy looking mighty fine tonight, and I know you had some bad things happen there earlier, but you were able to come back. And even from a couple laps down, I believe you were there at the beginning of the race. But great run tonight. Who you want to shout out, buddy?
Lucky Dog Detailing, of course, for the primary sponsor. Holyoke cornhole boards and bags. You guys for putting it on. Angel for putting it on and having me around. But yeah, that's P3. I'll take it. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, man. We'll see you next week, and have a good weekend, man.
You as well.
That's David Lorfano, our third place finisher, and looks like we'll have to go ahead. I don't see John Garrett. Look like I can grab our winner, Greg Wood.
On people.
Hey, Greg Wood, it's Damon Joseph in the booth, bud. You got a copy?
Sure do.
I tell you what, man, you're right. That high line when you needed to go was where to be. Bill Sleep told us that you had talked to him about that line, and he was really making the high line work. And then you came up there and took him on the low side. How was your race, buddy?
Oh, it was pretty good. Couldn't complain. Got Chris a lap led. Got Bill some laps led. So it's a good team points night. Got some stage points for everybody, and it was a good race. It was scary towards the end because my center monitor started having green dots on it, and actually after I finished my victory burnout, my center screen went black.
Uh-oh.
So I lost the monitor, but at least it was after the checkered flag.
There you go, because that would have been a little difficult to lose the monitor on those last few laps, but yeah, definitely a good showing by that 78 Pulse Graphics Toyota. Who you want to give a shout out, buddy?
First and foremost, the lovely wife for putting up with me while I do this. Angel, all the guys at KMM. It was actually a pretty decent race tonight. You guys for putting on a good broadcast. That's pretty much it. And thankful that John Garrett did not catch me, because that last restart, I kind of made my bed. It was too late to pit to get tires. I had an extra set waiting, but it was too late, so I made my bed. So I chose the outside because I knew he'd be stuck behind Lefano, and that would be my best chance of beating him.
Yeah, he certainly gave it a shot there, but he got caught up behind him, I think, just long enough. But congratulations, man, and we'll let you get back and celebrate with the team.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
That was our winner, Greg Wood. I mean, we've already went through the notes, the finishing results. I'm just going to say thank you all for watching. Tune in anytime next week. And then we have races every day. Even ones during the middle of the day during the week. So,
yeah, absolutely.
If you're at work, not really having anything to do, go ahead, turn on ESBN noon on Tuesdays for the night shift racing league, and you can watch us there. That's all for us now. See y'all next